Welcome back to another episode of Fire Trail, the show that's all about helping you achieve financial independence and retire early. I'm your host, Xiao Yu, and today we're diving into a topic that can be a real game changer when it comes to saving and managing your healthcare expenses, health savings accounts, or HSAs. Before we jump into the details, let's start with the basics. What is an HSA? An HSA is a tax advantage savings account specifically designed for medical expenses. It's like a personal piggy bank for healthcare costs, and it comes with some fantastic benefits. Let's talk about eligibility. Not everyone can open an HSA. To be eligible, you must have a high deductible health plan. High deductible health plans typically have lower monthly premiums, but they come with higher deductibles, which is why the HSA is so important. It helps you save for those higher out of pocket costs while enjoying the tax benefits. One thing to note is that HSAs have annual contribution limits set by the IRS. For 2024, the limit for individuals is 4,150, and for families, it is 8,300. If you're 55 or older, you can make an additional catch-up contribution of $1,000. Here's the best thing about an HSA. Triple tax savings. Contributions are tax-free. Investment growth is tax-free. And medical expense withdrawals are tax-free. Rarely does the government leave your money alone. Let's explore these areas further for clarity. Contributions to your HSA are tax deductible, which means you can reduce your taxable income by the amount you contribute. HSAs are exempt from Social Security, Medicare, and federal taxes. This not only saves you money on your taxes, but also encourages you to save for future healthcare expenses. But it doesn't stop there. The money you contribute to your HSA can be invested for potential growth. Depending on your HSA plan, you may have the option to invest in the same financial products you would invest in a 401k or IRA. Over time, your HSA balance can grow tax free, providing a valuable safety net for unexpected medical bills or retirement healthcare costs. So, what can you use your HSA funds for? The list is quite extensive. You can use your HSA to pay for qualified medical expenses, which include doctor's visits, prescription medications, dental and vision care, and even some over the counter items. It's important to keep track of your expenses and save your receipts, as this will help you ensure that your withdrawals are tax free. Now, here's where things get interesting. Unlike flexible spending accounts, FSAs, which have a use it or lose it policy, your HSA funds roll over from year to year. There's no deadline to spend the money, and you can keep it growing for the long term. This makes an HSA an excellent tool for saving for retirement healthcare expenses. In other words, you can treat an HSA account like you would an IRA. Don't spend the HSA money on current medical expenses. Allow it to grow for the next 25, 30 years in a diversified fund like the S&P 500, and your HSA could be worth millions. Keep in mind, in order for this to work, you will need to set aside a budget for out-of-pocket medical expenses. Before we conclude, you must remember you can't just use an HSA for anything you want. Non medical withdrawals before age 65 are subject to income tax and an additional 20% penalty. However, once you reach age 65, you can withdraw funds for any reason without penalty, although income tax may still apply if the money is not used for qualified medical expenses. In summary, health savings accounts can be powerful financial tools that provide tax advantages and help you save for both short term and long term healthcare expenses. If you're eligible, consider opening an HSA and start taking advantage of the benefits it offers. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found this information on HSAs helpful. As always, make sure to consult with a financial advisor or tax professional to navigate the specific rules and regulations that apply to your situation. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Fire Trail. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a comment. Thanks for listening. This is Xiao Yu wishing you all the success and happiness on your financial journey.